Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 8th week of the spring semester, which puts us right about at the halfway point. So we've got this week, and then next week will be spring break. I'm sure most of you are aware of that and looking forward to it. Also, if you notice that this is a new office, it's because I moved last week so these are my new digs, and as you can see, I still haven't unpacked all my books and stuff yet. So hopefully with the 2 weeks before the next video, you'll see a fully stocked bookshelves office by the time we get back. So anyway, this week there will be 2 postings, unfortunately, and it's not because I like giving out 2 postings a week or grading 2 postings a week for that matter, but it's because I couldn't figure out a way to combine Rossetti and Gaskell. You got 2 stories this week I think you're going to like, one in poetic form and one in prose form. With Rossetti, you've got Goblin Market, and it's a story, and you're going to see in the posting that it runs parallel to the Garden of Eden story in the book of Genesis. And that's because Christina Rossetti wrote this as a morality play for young women, or young girls, really, or girls that are coming into womanhood. And it's got the whole forbidden fruit theme, and it's got the whole temptation theme, and it's got a lot of the stuff you'll see in the Garden of Eden story in Genesis. So it's in different form. It's goblins instead of a serpent, and there are multiple fruits, and so on and so forth. But the fact is that it is a cautionary tale for young girls, is the way that Christina Rossetti wrote it. And so be careful and pay attention to that as you read it so you can do your essay. Then you got Gaskell's Nurse's Story. And that's a really, really good story. It's a ghost story, really. And it's about a young girl who encounters a ghost, and really this ghost haunts a mansion. And old Miss Furnival is especially haunted by this ghost because she's the reason for the ghost in the first place, because she ended up getting her sister and her sister's illegitimate child kicked out of the house by their father on a very, very cold winter night. And both the girl froze to death, and the woman ended up in an insane asylum until her death. And so the theme of what is done in youth cannot be undone later in life is a theme that plays out in this story. And I think that it's good that sins revisiting the sinner and the penalties for those both figure into this week's readings. And so I thought this would be a good week to pair the 2 together. So I think you're going to enjoy both stories. I think that you're going to enjoy writing about both stories. And I will try to get caught up on the grading this week, even if it means I aren't able to unpack. And if I don't hear from you between now and then, have a good spring break, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.